Okay, so this is chapter 3 of the Signet ring. This is a very quick chapter, probably only going to take you about 10-15 minutes. So if you've done the other parts, you can move on to this and fill in that section that was left over last time. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on front, and I want a new sketch. I want to be looking straight on at the front, so I'm going to click N or use the view cube and click on front. Zoom over this section here. Now yours may well be on the right hand side, don't worry, that's fine. I've just done mine opposite, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to zoom in just so I can see this section a little bit better. Come on computer, there we go. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this line, sorry, not the center point, this line and this line. And then I'm going to click on the Use Project Convert. Now, just before we do anything else, I'm just going to show you what that does. If I was to bring a line in here, you'll notice that the only thing I can snap to, the only geometry I can actually work with, is the center point. Now, or the midpoint. Now, I don't want to use that. I want to use these lines here, so I can add to this. So to do that, using the Use tool, you can click on the lines you want to use. Okay, like so. You notice they turn black. And you notice the intersections turn grey now. So say there's a closed in shape there. But I want to use these to finish this arc off. So what I'm going to do is, where the trim tool is, the set of scissors at the top, click on the drop down menu and click extend. I'm going to hover over the end point here, and I'm going to click and drag it just above that line and click again. Okay, notice it snaps to the horizontal line there. Now I don't want this section, this big section here, to be grey and shaded. I want that to be hollow. I only want this little section here to be grey and shaded. So to do that, I need to trim some lines. So I'm going to click on the trim tool, and I'm going to trim this line by here, and this line by here. And you'll notice, if you zoom in, that this is still shaded. Okay, once you've done that, deactivate the trim tool. And now we're going to create an extrude. Now, so far when we've done an extrude, we've left the sketch, we clicked on the section we want to extrude, but there is another way of doing this. You could do it whilst you are in your sketch. Okay, so if I click on extrude now, it's going to choose this section here because that is the active sketch. So it's going to choose this. So I'm going to click on extrude, like so. And you'll notice if you swing around that it's done this. Now that's come out too far. We only wanted to go up to this face here. So there's a way of doing that. And if you look in the dialog box, you'll see that, just saw my view up. You'll see that it says it's an added extrude, so it's an add. You've chosen the face of sketch 2, and you'll see here it says blind. So at the moment I could set this to go through as far as I want to. Okay, and it'll go through that far. However, don't want to do that. I want to extrude up to a face, so I want it to go up to a certain face. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this face by here, and now you'll notice that it's gone halfway. Okay, so it's gone from this center point where I've drawn, from the front face where I've drawn the arc triangle, to the face of sweep 1. I want a second end position, so I want it to go the other way as well. So I can go second end position, again, click on up to face, okay, and I'm going to click on the back face, and that'll finish that sketch there. Okay, and you'll have that section filled in. Once you've done this, you need to click merge with all, so it merges it all together. So at the moment it's two separate extrudes. This will make it one whole extrude. Will prevent any problems if you were to do some 3D printing, say, like so. And then once you've done that, you are pretty much done. You can click on the green tick. It'll finish your sketch, and that now has merged into this section here. So there's no actual line here showing that it's a different part. It's merged it into that sweep. Okay, you can go isometric again, and that's that part filled in. Again, if there's any more help you need or anything, I can see some of you are starting to share your sketches with me, which is fantastic. Starting to put them into folders and having a look through them to see how you're doing. I'll try and get the next section up now as soon as possible. I would suggest that obviously you're working on these during your set out lesson time, but if you want to carry on, keep going. Okay, I'll try and do it so that you can, if you've done one section, you can do another section straight after. But this section really is only about 15 minutes. It doesn't take you very